Neither.
But you know what? I was actually cold at 6 p.m. last night.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I sat there and I'm like, what is this sensation that is literally wrapping my limbs? Oh my, it is the cold. Okay, so this is Low, Slow, and Flirtatious Pellegrina, which is a delightful Bassadanza, a low, slow, and flirtatious dance, the queen of dance from the 15th century. So let's go ahead and actually line ourselves up, no partners yet, line yourselves up on this upper wall facing downward. And we're gonna start with some warm-up footwork that is also going, spread, no, facing downward. Individual humans, you are independent beings at this point. Okay. So we're going to start by practicing some of the figures and the footwork.
Thank you, Susan.
Separately before I inflict you on each other, right? Because Pellegrina, so I have this theory that many of these dances that did not, whereby the dance master felt it unnecessary to include actual music. The reason they felt unnecessary to waste parchment on that is because they were actually popular tunes. Hence the names. The names actually have zero to do with what's in the dance, in most cases, and more to do with the popular tune after which they're named. So I live in hope. I have found a popular tune called Pellegrina, but it's in 4/4. So I'm hoping to find a Pellegrina that is in 6/4 someday. For now, though, we shall be using other music for it. Now, Bassadanza means we're in 6/4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's just go ahead and get our sway on. 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Very nice. And now, and you'll notice I'm fully dressed today. I am so loving being fully dressed. I no longer feel like some slob who fell out of a marsh. Okay, so let's put our weight on our right foot, our left foot is free. And let's just go ahead and do 2 singles and 2 doubles. And let me do a brief recap so that we remember what singles and doubles are. A sempio, a single, is literally just a walking step. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And just for warm-up purposes, let's do 4 of them. That's not going to happen in this dance, but let's get there anyway. Weight is on our right foot, left foot is free, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very nice. Now, hold where you are. The floor still works in this direction. You don't have to back up. Now, I'd like you to add a little bit of raising and lowering to those steps. So what I mean is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you raise and lower yourself like you're stepping over a pile of unpleasantness. And sadly, at this event, I have seen disgusting piles of unidentifiable materials scattered around. So I think we all know what I'm talking about, especially in the morning. So let's go ahead and try 4 singles with that raising and lowering. Ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. I know it's more than 4, but I gotta stay with the rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Very nice. Okay, mezza volta, everyone. Just face up the floor. Questions about the sempi, about the singles? Jackie, feel free to come up. Just join right in if you want. Yeah, you can do it. You've got it. Okay, so now we're going to do doubles. And doubles in this tempo have that beautiful flowy syncopation to them, right? Step, 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 pause. Step, 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 pause. And again here too, I would like you, if you feel comfortable with it, adding some of that rising and lowering motion. Rise, rise, lower. Rise, rise, lower. And you'll notice that I am in general dancing on the front halves of my feet, right? The front halves. So we don't want to be walking heel toe for many reasons. We want to try to walk on the front halves. And I don't mean that you have to be on pointe. I don't mean that at all. I mean, if you want to, good on you, but you don't have to. I just mean that the preponderance of your weight is on the front half of your foot, okay? So let's go ahead and try walking up the floor towards those charming hearts. However many doubles it takes us until we run out of the floor. Weight is in our right foot to start, left foot is free. 6 for nothing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Step, 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 pause, step, 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 pause, step, 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 pause, step, 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 pause, step, step, step. Oh my, we ended on the right foot. Oh, so sexy. Okay, mezza volta. Mezza volta, very salacious and naughty. Okay, questions about our singles and doubles. Let's go ahead and combine them now into a super complex figure, 2 singles, 2 doubles. Yes, I know, we're really cranking it up here. And this figure, 2 singles, 2 doubles, will repeat several times in the dance. So, by learning this figure, you learn like half the dance, basically. So, weight is in our right foot, left foot is free. 6 for nothing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Single, single, double, 2, 3, double. Once again, single, single, double, 2, 3, double, 2, 3. Very nice. Mezza volta. And now this time, I'm going to watch you from behind, and you're going to dance without looking at my feet. Okay, so yeah, remember everyone that looking at your feet is unhelpful, but also generally is looking at other people's feet. Your brain just can't handle it. It doesn't understand and it gets confused. So weight is on our right foot, left foot is free. 6 for nothing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Single, single, double, 2, 3, double, 2, 3, single, single, double, 2, 3, double, 2, 3. Very nice. Okay, now we're going to add another layer of complexity. We're going to add a mezza volta, a half turn onto the end. Now, this half turn has no extra music. It has no extra step. It is a pivot on the last step. So in this sequence, the last sequence is a double with the right, so I will demonstrate that. We step right, left, and notice how I place my right foot. I point it in the direction that I want to turn, so that when I turn, it's very easy, right? Because if you try to turn from straight ahead with your foot pointing perfectly forward, right, left, right, right, you have all this extra momentum torque you have to generate. Whereas if you use the connective tissue of your knee, which I'm confident is just fine, to wind yourself up, then you don't have to worry about extra torque generation. So I'll demonstrate right, left, right. Okay. And try to keep your legs tucked in, by which I mean not out here, right? You've got other people around you, so we don't want to be broad kicking, right? So you want to try to keep your balance center here, not here. Okay. So let's go ahead and try 2 singles, 2 doubles with that mezza volta on the end. Okay. Weight is on our right foot, left foot is free. Ready. And single, single, double, 2, 3, double, 2, pivot. Yes, and ideally, at the end of that, your weight stays on your right foot. So what you don't want to have happen, you don't want to come around and plant both your weight on both feet. 1, 2, 3. You don't want this. Because now, which foot comes next? You think so, but now you have to think about it for a moment. And that split moment is enough for you to be off the music. So the other reason is that we actually flow in this dance almost always into another step that should start with the left. So let's have everyone mezza volta. Face those charming carts over there. And this time, we're going to do a mezza volta into a ripresa. Now let me just briefly review riprese in the 15th century. Facing, if you're looking at me from behind, it looks like this. It's a small sideways double. Left, cut, left, gather. Right, cut, right, gather. Left and right. Notice it does not travel far. You are not hunting gazelle on the savannah, right? No African wild kitties here. So small and steady wins the race. So let's put our weight on our left foot and let's just practice just those riprese left and right. Ready, and left, right, left, right, left, right. And again, left, right, and I'll demonstrate from the side, left, right, left, right, other side, left, right, left, right, left, right. Okay, questions about the riprese? Brilliant. It sounded good. The floor was creaking in perfect harmony. So I love this floor because I can always tell when someone's off, and I can nearly always echolocate it like a bat. Okay, so now let us do our 2 singles, 2 doubles, mezza volta, the half turn into the riprese left and right. And I'll demonstrate that. I'm walking this way so you can see what it looks like from here. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Notice how it just flows beautifully into the riprese left. This is the consequence of turning forward. If I try turning backwards, then it gets weird and awkward, right? You want to keep your momentum going in the right direction. So for standing still, everyone, let me teach you something. You want to stand like this. If you're standing still, place your legs to get your heels together and turn your toes out to make a 90-degree angle at your ankles. So 45-degree angle each. You should actually feel the muscles on the backs of your legs engage. You should actually feel your butt cheeks. Some of you are like, what is that sensation? That's your butt working. Okay, so the reason that you should do this is because it takes the strain off of your joints and your bones and makes your muscles actually do what they're supposed to do, which is the work. So you will notice you will get much less tired if you're standing around if you do this than if you do this. Also, you'll develop Amazonian tribe butt, which is a really desirable look in an ass, I'm just saying. And if you read National Geographic from the 80s, you know what I mean. Okay, everyone up. Let's go ahead and try 2 singles, 2 doubles, half turn, flowing into that riprese left and right. Questions? Anyone? Okay, brilliant. So weight is on our right foot, left foot is free. Ready, and single, single, double, 2, 3, double, 2, pivot, riprese left, 2, 3, and right, 2, 3. Very nice. Just gonna shimmy through. No, it's okay. Okay, so turn face forward. Do not turn backwards. Everyone, and there's a practical reason for that. If you turn backwards in this dance, you might slam into your partners. Everyone needs to be turning the same way because it's a 3-person dance and you're side by side. If one of you turns backwards and the other turns forwards, it can actually go badly. Right, so everyone turning face forward. Let's try that again, this time turning so you can see where you're going rather than blindly slamming your skull into another person. Okay, weight is in our right foot, left foot is free. Ready, and single, single, double, 2, 3, double, 2, pivot, riprese left, 2, 3, and right, 2, 3. Very nice. Let me give you another little trick. On the riprese, it will help your weight be where it needs to be if you gather. Instead of leaving this foot hanging, I mean, this can be beautiful, and there's nothing wrong with it per se, but on a practical level, it's better if you get that foot under you so that your weight is completely committed here. Because if you have to change direction and go somewhere else, and your foot's out here, it might be tricky, right? So try to make it a habit to gather your feet instead of leaving them out. Unless you're good enough that you can just hang it out and, you know, whip off some kind of acrobatic feat of amazingness, right? Okay, questions about that? Brilliant. So just one little figure more I want to practice before I inflict you on each other. And that is the volta tonda, the volta del gioioso as it comes to be known. This is a turn. It's a personal turn, just you, yourself, and yourself. And basically, it's you imagine that there's a circle on the ground and it's your own, like look at this beautiful tango leg, so sexy. So this beautiful circle here on the ground, you're in the middle of the circle, basically. And you're going to be walking around this circle until you get back to where you started. So that's the geometry. Whoop. Right? So the footwork can vary. The volta tonda, the word volta tonda just means turn. And it means 360 degrees or more. Right? Mezza volta, half turn, means anything that's less than 360. And I do mean that. It could mean 270, it could mean 295, and that will count as a mezza volta. The Italians have very interesting geometry. It's yeah.
Sure what half means.
Yeah, just saying, definitions are varied. So, In this case, the volta tonda is described as having 2 singles and a ripresa right. And so I like to do that so that the first 2 are on the top half of the circle, so going forward around the circle, and then I use that ripresa to finish up my turn. So that looks like this if everyone would like to just watch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, ripresa right. Notice I don't really migrate. There's no big migration here. Unless you need to, you can create a migration, but normally you don't want to end up migrating right and right and right and right. Now, a tip on the singles. Notice I don't place this foot here and then around. Yes, exactly. To make this turn actually, wow, that was a lot of force apparently. To make this turn actually work elegantly, right, left. I'm pointing in the direction I want to go. Then it's really easy. Look how easy it is for me to just swing around. No effort at all. My knee joint did it all. Fantastic, huh? Okay, let's go ahead and try the volta tonda. So the timing on that is going to be single, single, ripresa right. Let's go ahead and try that. Ready, and single, single, ripresa right. Yes, perfect, brilliant. Okay. Excellent. So let's go ahead and now I shall unleash you upon each other. How the power. Okay, so this is for groups of 3. It is technically for 2 men and a woman, but that is never the reality that we operate in. And very often I end up dancing with just other ladies because that is the reality that is often the dance floor. So I'm actually going to have the gentlemen who are here go and invite a lady to dance. Gentlemen, go invite a lady to dance. Oh my God, I'm a gentleman. Who's a gentleman? I am.
I taught whirligig and had 6 men.
Did you sell it as a sword dance or?
I literally blinked 3 times and went, where am I?
Okay, and then, oh my gosh, we might actually have too many men for this. That's okay. Oh. Gentlemen, go and invite a spare woman to dance and we'll fix it. There's only 2 spare women. But we do actually have enough to split up the sets evenly. Perfect. Brilliant. Okay. Would you add yourself to this set, sir? Did you ask permission? Oh, there we go. Okay, very good. Now I'm going to have people actually line up on, I'm trying to use that too bright to look at. I'm going to have you line up there facing up, along this wall facing up. And we'll have two sets, one in front of the other. So we'll have 1 set there, 1 set there, and then we got 3 sets and another set in front of that set. Because this dance, yeah, let's put you in front of the pole.
Okay. We can do that.
We hate the pole. We hate the pole.
Still better than it was last
Oh, no. We only have 2 poles to hate this year instead of 3 poles. So I feel less hatred this year, for certain. For certain. I'm unburdened a little bit.
Blood boils.
Right. So the reason that we're starting all facing in one direction is just so that there's no confusion about who's going where. And this dance is actually a long dance. It covers a long distance, which actually kind of gives you an indication as to the kind of spaces that were available to people in the 15th century in various parts of Italy. They clearly had large dance spaces based on their choreographies because they talk about partitioning of the ground, but then they'll give you 6 doubles all going forward. So it's like, oh, so you mean partitioning the entire piazza? Okay. So the dance actually starts. It's actually a pretty short dance. It's pretty quick, relatively speaking. It starts with that sequence, exact sequence that we just rehearsed. 2 singles, 2 doubles, pivot, ripresa left and right. That exact thing. The only difference is you're now holding hands. And suddenly you can't dance anymore. Just that added contact, that added sensory input, and it's all gone. Yeah, so take hands. The person in the center, your hands should be forward like this, right? Forward like this. People on the sides, your hands should slot in. And your hands just gently, like this. Yes. There we go.
Perfect.
Now do not clamp your thumb around the back like you're holding on for dear life. I promise you the floor will take your weight. I also promise you will survive this class. So you don't have to, don't grip in and leave bruises on the backs of people's hands. Right, and hands should just kind of be where they naturally fall. You don't have to unjoint your shoulders, but definitely not here. The only time we see threesomes, yeah, the only time we see threesomes with their hands up is if you're pinky dancing. Do any of you want to take pinkies and dance? I don't. I like my pinkies in their joints, so yeah. So let's go ahead and try that first figure. 2 singles, 2 doubles, mezza volta, and 2 riprese left and right, at the end of which everyone should be facing not the privies. Oh, so wonderful. Right, so let's go ahead and try that. Ready, and single, single, double, 2, 3, double, 2, riprese left. Remember to turn forward, not backwards. Right, 2, 3. Pause here. Let's do that exact same figure going this way. Remember, turn forward, not backwards.
Do we take hands again for the reprisal?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. I do. I recommend, so in this dance, I do recommend taking hands whenever it makes physical sense to do so. Yes, exactly. So let's go ahead and try that exact same figure, just going back to place, just to practice it together once again. Ready, and single. Single, double, 2, 3, double, 2, pivot, riprese left, 2, 3, and right, 2, 3. Very nice. Right. Okay. So I'm now going to put on the music. I'm now going to put on the music, and we'll try it with the music so you can actually start to hear Bassadanza music. So remember, Bassadanza music that's played properly doesn't really have a drum, and it doesn't need a drum. There might be one, but you're not listening for the drum, because sometimes the drummers just go and do their own weird coked out thing, right? So what you're listening for is the tenor line that gives the melody. It'll give you a regular 1, 2, 3, blare 2, 3, or pluck 2, 3, strum 2, 3, something like that. So just for a moment, and if you're standing still, heels together, just for a moment, I want you to just listen to this music, just so that you can hear where the rhythm is, right? Is this, oh, it's not on. Well, that will. So pluck, 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 pluck. So that beautiful melody line is evil, ignore it. It's the boring plucking underneath that you want. Pluck, pluck. That's the rhythm. Okay. And there is no introduction. There's just 3 little pickup notes. Da da da, and then you go right into your singles. Okay? So everyone, is on your right foot, left foot is free. Single, single, double, 2, 3, double, 2, pivot, reprise. Oh, so beautiful. And right, 2, 3. Oh, yes, that was so lovely, everyone. Let's do it one more time. Going back, we'll do it again, and then we'll do it again, and then we're going to go on to the next section, which I call the lonely circling figure of doom. Okay, so exact section, a little da-da-da. Single, single, double, 2, 3, double, 2, pivot, reprise left, 2, 3, right, 2, 3. Oh, very nice. Okay. One more time. One more. Single, single, double, 2, 3, double, 2, 3, reprise left, 2, 3, right, 2, 3. Very nice. So we actually cap that section off with a riverenza. So to recap, a riverenza is in this place and style is, in this case, your weight is on your right foot, your left foot is free, you lunge back, You don't bend over very much. It's more a nodding of your head. And then you come up again, and it takes 1 bar of music. So it's 3 counts down, 3 counts up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. At the end of which your weight should still be on your right foot because your left foot has to do something else. Okay, so let's go ahead and for the transitional part, take hands with your set. Let's do riprese left and right into the riverenza. Into the riverenza. Ready, and riprese left, 2, 3, and right, and riverenza, 1, 2, 3. And so to whom should you be doing a riverenza? Possibly. It depends. Yes. So if there is a presence, then your answer is clear. You don't exist to each other. You serve at the pleasure of the presence. However, that looks very presence-free. So then what should I really feel happen is that the ends should slightly pivot so that it's all together. And when you reach, come back up again, you're facing straight ahead. It should not, however, be a, right? That is not the method. Let's go ahead and try those riprese left and right with the riverenza. Ready, and riprese left, 2, 3, and right, 2, 3, and riverenza. Okay, very nice. Questions thus far? Okay, we are now to the lonely circling figure of doom. So in theory, this is a very simple figure, but in practice, we don't have the chalkboard, do we? That's okay. Okay, so what's going to happen, the footwork is the same for everyone, and everyone is moving at the same time. So from that perspective, it's easy. It's not one person doing this footwork and another person doing something else and a third person doing nothing. Everyone, same footwork, same time, but the geometry is different. The footwork is 2 singles and a double, 2 singles and a double. Easy peasy. Right. The circling, the reason I call this the lonely circling figure is because the center always gets a person, but the ends only get a person for half of the figure because the center swaps, but everyone is still circling. It actually ends up being a figure 8 figure, right? So everyone is walking a figure 8. It's just a question of whether you have a human for your whole figure 8 or not. Okay, so thank you. I wanted to demonstrate. Center, you have it actually kind of easy. So you're going to take right hands with the person on your left, center, like you're shaking hands, right? So all the centers, go. Thank you, Hanson. Go back. All centers pivot, please, and take right hands with the person on your left. Yes, very nice. Okay. Now, you will walk, and we'll handle first them, and then I'll get to the ends. You will now walk all the way around with 2 singles and a double. Single, single, and you have to get back to place. So notice you were way too far away from each other. So you need to actually make it pretty tight. Okay. Single, single, double, 2, 3. That's what makes this figure particularly titillating. Usually you have 2 singles and 2 doubles to go all the way around, or 2 doubles. But here you get 2 singles and 1 double, right? Okay, no, thank you. Okay, so let's go ahead and try that again. Everyone face forward to start, because there is no, extra mezza volta or any nonsense like that. No, of course not. Of course there isn't. So, there's basically a mezza volta for the center in nothing, in the vuoto, as they say. Okay, so center, ready, and take right, the left, right, left. And stop there. You are facing in the correct direction to continue. Now, yes, you take left hands with the person on your left, and then circle with them, and the other ends just hold still. Single, single, double, 2, 3. Stay facing the direction you've been positioned in. Yeah, this way. The way the circle naturally ends you. Stay facing that way. Yep, exactly. This geometry is intentional, and this is the way you should end the figure. So it's all good for the center, as you see. They have no complexities whatsoever. Yeah. So it's on the ends where things can get a little hinky. Okay, let's have everyone face forward again. So ends, you will parallel each other. Okay, from the above, if you were looking this from above, the ends would be paralleling each other. whether or not you have a human, right? So that's the goal, is that the ends should be paralleling each other. So that means that the first circle is clockwise, right? The first set of circles is clockwise, and so the end should be doing that clockwise thing, okay? So in this case, it's the end on the right who has no one, right? It's the end on the right who has no one. So you're going to circle over your right shoulder with 2 singles and a double, like as though you had someone there, but you don't. And the idea is that you should actually, the first 2 singles should get you halfway around, and the double should get you the other half of the way around, right? That's the perfect aesthetic goal if it actually worked. Let's go ahead and try that. So the first half of the lonely circling figure. And by the way, people on the right, you're lonely first, then, yeah. People on the right, you're lonely first, then the people on the left get lonely. Okay, so let's go ahead and try lonely circling figure first half. Does everyone know their assignment? Yes. Brilliant. Ready, and single, single, double, 2, 3. Okay, now that should get you all the way back to the place. So your circles are really small. If you watch me, single, single, there's just not enough footwork to take big steps, and you do want to get all the way back. Okay, now you're going lonely circlers. You now become the unlonely circlers, and we have new lonely circlers who are now going to go counterclockwise. Okay, let's go ahead and try that together, group activity. Ready, and single, single, double, 2, 3. Yes, very nice. Right. Okay, everyone face the wall of whiteness. Let us go ahead and try the whole lonely circling figure. So as you see, everyone is just walking a figure 8. Everyone is just walking a figure 8. The only distinction is sometimes you have a human, or all the time you have a human, depending on who you are. Let's go ahead and try that. Ready, and single, single, double, 2, switch, single, single, double, down. Yes, wonderful. Okay, let's go ahead to the beginning of the dance. So to the head of the hall, please, or tail of the hall, everyone. Assume your initial position. Let's go ahead and do the whole dance through to the lonely circling. So we have our intro figure, then we have our lonely circling figure. What was the intro figure?
2 singles, 2 doubles.
Yes?
2 singles, 2 doubles.
Yes?
A little hidden.
Yes?
Right.
Yes, ending with a riverenza. Yep. 2 singles, 2 doubles, pivot, riprese, 2 of them, and a riverenza. Right. And in this dance, every time you pivot, I hate you. Go away. Oh. Every time you pivot in this dance, every time you do a mezza volta, you do a ripresa left. You won't always do a ripresa right, but you will always do a ripresa left, just so you know. Okay, let's. Riverenza, what happens then? Circle, yes, lonely. From the top. Single, single, double, 2, 3, double, 2, pivot, ripresa left, 2, 3, right, 2, riverenza, lonely circling, 2 singles and a double, pivot, or not pivot, the other way, sorry. Okay, we're gonna try that again. Okay, let's practice we're gonna practice the transition. Everyone face the white wall. Face the white wall, please. We need to mic the speaker. The speaker? Okay, so facing the wall, I'll step in here. We're gonna practice ripresa left and right, riverenza into the lonely circling figure, because we had a bit of a breakdown there. So we're gonna practice just the transition, no music. So we've just pivoted around. We're now going to go into ripresa left and right, riverenza, into the lonely circling figure. Who's the only person who has to change direction for the lonely circling figure? Center. And center, what are you doing? Right. Your first step is actually a mezza sempio. It's a mezza volta kind of into a single, right? And just to amuse me, let's have everyone practice that. So drop your hands. All I want us to practice is doing that little half turn, half-ish turn into a single. So that's going to look like this. 1. So the turning, the pivoting is part of the single, right? So you're launching off of the right foot. 1, 2, 3. Let's have everyone try that. Ready, and 1, 2, 3. Shift your weight back. Ready, and 1, 2, 3. Okay, question? Oh, 1, 2, 3. Okay, brilliant. Now, let's go ahead and everyone, just so that everyone can practice this, let's go ahead and go into our own private, no hands, just your own, as you're the only center person in the world. Lonely circling figure, 2 singles and a double, just to practice that so we can all be on the same page on how to do that. Weight is on our right foot, left foot is free. Ready, and pivot, single, going over your right shoulder, double, 2, 3. Okay, shift your weight back. Let's go ahead and try. No. Shift your weight back, not turn back. Shift your weight back to your right foot. Everyone look this way. Everyone look this way. Okay, we're just gonna, again, this floor is multi-directional. It actually works in all directions. We could even dance that way, believe it or not. Yeah, I know. I know. It's rock your brain sort of stuff. But, okay, so weight is in our right foot. And now we're gonna practice that exact same thing. Let me demonstrate. 1, 2, 3, circling over your right shoulder. Okay? Weight is on our right foot, left foot is free. Ready, and 1, 2, over your right shoulder. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's try that again. So, and it's really funny. If people practice something too often in one specific spot, in one specific direction, you turn them the other way and they can't do it anymore. Same thing if you dance with mirrors and then you take the mirrors away, suddenly they're not able to do anything anymore. Okay, so watch what happens here. I'm gonna be circling this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right, shoulders in the center, right? So we're going this way. Okay. Weight is on our right foot, left foot is free. Ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. And everyone should face. Yeah, good, brilliant. Okay, so let's go ahead and scoot. Everyone just face the white wall at this point. Everyone face the white wall. We're going to go ahead and practice riprese left and right, reverenza, into the lonely circling figure, just that transition. Ready, and riprese left, 2, 3, right, 2, 3, and single, or reverenza, yes, and single, single, double, 2, 3, single, single, double, 2, 3. Right, brilliant. Okay, everyone face the white, actually no, everyone face that way. Yeah, okay, so I don't want you to get too accustomed to a part also, because then if it comes time for my red and gold ball tomorrow, you'll be like, oh, were you a left or were you a right? Oh, I can only dance the left, or I can only right. We're not doing that. Okay, so now we're gonna do that exact same thing, but facing this way. So again, we're practicing the transition, riprese left and right, reverenza, into the lonely circling figure. So that means centers, you're gonna be taking hands with the other person. Got it. Okay, riprese left and right, reverenza, ready, and left, 2, 3, right, 2, 3, reverenza, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. Yes, it still worked. Amazing. The magic of multi-directionality. Okay, let's have everyone just face the white wall. Just face the white wall. And we're just going to practice the whole dance through to that point twice so that we can get ourselves back where we need to be for the next part. Okay, so we're all facing the white wall. So part 1 was what? Yes, 2 singles, 2 doubles, pivot into riprese left and right, reverenza. Great. Second part was, what did I call that figure? The lonely circling figure. So the thing is that when I call this, I can't call all those parts. All I can say is lonely circling figure, and you have to know what that means, right? You just have to know what that means. Okay, with the music. Remember, 2 little beats and then start on your singles. Single. Pivot, reprise left and right. Lonely circling figure. Yay! Okay. Yes, I have an answer. I kind of thought there was a question coming. Question.
Wait, level change.
So for on the doubles and the singles, that's where you can have a level change. So literally, and you're never gonna go lower than straight, but you're gonna lift yourself up. So on the singles, you can actually raise and lower yourself, like you're stepping over, like I said, a Pennsic pile of unpleasantness. And that might actually be a little bigger than you need to be for a dance, but yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Over the double, it's kind of spread over the whole double like this. 1, 2, 3. So you're only going to go to flat. You're not going to go bend. You're not going to break your knees. And I don't mean that. I mean that you're not going to break the plane of your knees is what I meant. Yeah. So you can go up, up, lower, up, lower. And if you're interested in adding another layer, you can lead with the shoulder of the foot that's leading the step sequence. So if it's a double leading with the left, then you just kind of lead with that left shoulder, but don't do this. Right? Don't do that. Just if your double leads with the left, then the left shoulder just kind of stays lightly shaded forward. And I don't mean like you're going to go and attack the people, right? That's not what I mean. Just sort of one shoulder lightly leading forward, and then the other one lightly leading forward. Yeah. Did that answer? Is that good? Great. Perfect. Great question. Yes. I love it when the good questions come. Right. Let's go ahead and do it one more time, and then we'll move on to the next section. So honestly, the lonely circling figure is the hardest thing about this dance. Once we get that, everything else is easy peasy lemon squeezy. Once more, 2 little beats. Pivot, reprise the left, 2, 3. Right, 2, 3, riverenza. Lonely circling figure, 2 singles and a double. Yes, perfect. Okay, brief water break, everyone. Brief water break, and I mean very brief. Time is slipping.
Yeah, so the plane is watching, albeit drunkenly.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you, Thailand, for joining us today. Okay, are there any questions? So for those of you who haven't heard my mini lecture about location and venue, these dances were meant to be viewed from above. They were not meant to be viewed at eye level. So if you can imagine bleachers built along the dance floor, or people actually watching from their balconies of their palazzi and their homes around the square, around the piazza, you can see how especially figures like that lonely circling figure would be particularly beautiful, especially if you had multiple sets lined up, all moving together with exactly the same spacing at exactly the same time. It would be a really stunning thing to observe from above, right? For us in the dance, the lonely circling figure is just so flirty and fun, right? Because you're with someone, and then you're not with them, but maybe you're making eye contact with someone over here, right? So, there's lots of options here. Okay, back out onto the floor.
For us, it is the language.
What is the dance called? I forgot the name.
Pellegrina. So Pellegrina could mean either dangerous lady or Lady on a Pilgrimage. I prefer, so O Pellegrina is the name, one of the songs I found. It actually refers to a star that is making a pilgrimage across the sky. So it's possibly that, so it's more about the song than any implication for the dance. Yeah. Okay, let us assume the position we had at the end of our lonely circling with your same set. Yes. So we had we had centers were facing up group or up hall, ends were facing down hall. And let me think about this. Yeah, this should be okay. So what's going, see, there it is. I told you. Okay, so what's going to happen now, we get exactly the same figure in every way that we had at the beginning. The 2 singles, 2 doubles, reprise, mezza volta, reprise left and right. No reverenza though, no reverenza. That reverenza was only part of the lonely circling figure, basically. It's kind of the transition. So exactly the same thing, but you're noticing you're separating. Try not to go ridiculously far away, okay? Try to keep your steps normal and not as though you're strutting off into the sunset, because you do have to come back. So together, everyone, at the same time, group activity, ready, and single, single, double, 2, 3, double, 2, pivot, reprise left, 2, 3, and right, 2, 3. Very nice. Okay, so from here, we have a semi-reunion and a final reunion. And the semi-reunion is really saucy. Because, yes it is, you'll understand. So let me demonstrate the semi-reunion. Everyone at the same time is going to do 2 singles and 1 double, ending with a volta tonda. So it feels like you're coming together. Yes, 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 but no, 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 may, hey, be. Okay, so it's, you feel like you're coming together and you're like, oh, but no. Oh, but no. So I call this a yes, but no figure because they are common. They're very common where you start to come together and then something happens to make you pull back. Okay. So let's try yes, but no. Yes, but no in this dance is 2 singles and 1 double with the mezza volta. So you should end about 4 singles apart. 4. Did I say mezza volta? Sorry, volta tonda. So 2 singles, 1 double, volta tonda. Volta tonda, and you should end 4 singles apart. 4 singles apart, so that should be your spacing. Okay. Let's go ahead and try that. Ready, and single, single, double, volta tonda, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. Yes, very nice. And that volta tonda should not migrate you to the right. You need to try to make it as circular as possible because you still want the center to be center and you still want the ends to be framing them. Yes, that's why I tried to emphasize that on the volta tonda. I guess if everyone looks this way-ish, on that volta tonda, this is where I start. I'm moving to my left with those singles and then the reprise gets me back. Right? That's why it's very important to do it exactly that way because you need to end where you start, not offsetting each other. Yep. Okay, let's go ahead and separate back out again as though you've just done. And actually, no, come back together where you were at the end of your lonely circling figure facing those directions. That's where we're gonna practice this from. Yes, good. Okay, so we're going to do the repeat of our opening section to separate. Mezza volta into the semi-reunion. Into the semi-reunion. So from your reprise left and right, you'll then go into your 2 singles, 1 double, volta tonda. Okay, let's go ahead and try that. Ready, and single, single, double, 2, 3, double, 2, pivot, reprise left, 2, 3, and right, and now 2 singles. Single, single, 1 double, double, 2, 3, volta tonda, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. Yes. Over your left shoulder, correct, yes. Yes, correct. Left shoulder should be in the center. Yep, exactly. You're circling counterclockwise, technically is your turn. Yep. Okay. last little part. And I'm slamming through because we're about to run out of time. Although I think Rebecca's class actually got canceled because, no, it got moved to my Tezera class, which means it got canceled. Yeah. Okay, but let's move on anyway. So, final reunion is 4 singles. Or excuse me, 2 singles each for a total of 4 singles. So, everyone will do 2 singles at the same time. The ends do a mezza volta. So the ends, nearly always it's the ends that fix this stuff. So the ends fix it. Yeah, exactly. The ends will fix it. Okay, so what that means is for the ends, your 2 singles, the second single should be angling towards the direction you want to do your turn.
So it's the same direction as the center line.
Exactly. Well, for you it is, yeah. Okay, you should be turning over your right shoulder for your 2 singles. Who does the mezza volta? The ends. Center, you get the easiest assignment ever. 2 steps forward, exactly. Okay, let's go ahead and try this. Ready, and single. And that's what I meant when I said do not go too far away because you actually don't have the same amount of footwork to come back, really. Okay, so what did I say? Every time we do a mezza volta, what happens? Ripresa left, and only ripresa left. We do a ripresa left into a volta tonda. Okay, ripresa left into a volta tonda. Okay, ready, and ripresa left, 2, 3 volta tonda. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, ripresa right, and we end with the reverenza. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Very nice. That's the whole dance. Okay, quick sip of water, and then we're just going to dance it until it's perfect, or we run out of time, or both. Already? It's not 2 o'clock yet.
It's 5 and 3. I want to get there and set up and pull out.
Oh, right, you've got your class. Yeah, I'll step in for you. No problem. Okay, quick. I don't need water. It's fine. I don't have time. Okay, let's have everyone start actually here-ish, because the second time through the dance, you're facing the other way. Right. So let's have everyone start centered, and we'll start facing this way, because why not? Yep. I will assume the vacant position, fear not. Okay. So, 2 little beats. Single. Double. 2, 3. Double. 2, pivot, ripresa left and right. Reverenza. Lonely circling. Other way. Separating 2 singles, 2 doubles. Pivoting, ripresa left, 2, 3, and right. 2 singles and a double. Volta tonda. Ripresa, 2, 3, 4, or 2 singles each. Ripresa left. Volta tonda. And reverenza. From the top. Single. Double. 2, 3. Double. 2. Pivot. Ripresa left. And right. Reverenza. Circling. Keep going. Single, double. 2, 3, separating. Single, double. 2, 3, double. 2, pivot. Ripresa left. 2, 3, and right. Semi-reunion, yes but no. Take slightly bigger steps here to make sure you get back. Volta tonda. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. 2 singles. Single ends pivot. Ripresa left. 2, 3. Volta tonda. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. And riverenza. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. Yes, normally I have live music for this, but my live music today is doing worse. So if you have time, one more time through, and I'll find a longer track of music. No, that will not be long enough. It should be long enough. Okay.
Sir Eduardus is pleased with the matter.
Oh, delightful. Okay, assume a position. And yeah, for poops and giggles, let's start here facing this way this time. Center-ish, going this way. Fantastic. Okay, where's my set?
Not as far away as possible.
Single, single, double, 2, 3, double, 2, pivot, ripresa left, 2, 3, right, riverenza, first actually, yeah. Separating. Nice and slow. 1, 2, pivot. Ripresa left. 2, 3. Listen for those plucks. 1, 2, 3. Semi-reunion. Yes, but no. Volta tonda. 2 singles. The left. Volta tonda. It's almost the right length. Praise the right. Skip the reverenza and just go. Single. Single. Double. 2, 3. Double. 2. Pivot. Ripresa left. Right. Reverenza. Circling. Separating. Rephrase. Yes, but no. Maybe make your steps a little longer here. Volta tonda. Two singles. Ripresa left. And a volta tonda. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Riverenza. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes! Beautiful. Okay, pop quiz. The name of the dance was Pellegrina. Pellegrina. Does anyone have time for one more go through?
I do.
Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah, we're here. I mean, it's.
I'm doing it.
Okay, let's see.
I had a foot injury about a month before Pennsic, so I stopped doing wall practice. And so
Yes.
So the real test
Question.
is sets?
Yeah, actually, this is true. Let's go ahead and scramble the sets. Does anyone want to brave taking a new role?
I'll go center.
Does anyone want to? I will adjust to wherever I need to. Let me see. Okay. No, Dominice is not long enough. How is Dominice not long enough? That's a super long dance. Oh, because it's once through. Ha ha. Okay. I'm just picking slightly different music. Maybe or not. Nope, definitely not that. Okay. We'll go back to Mignola Vecchia. Okay, so because our musicians are contrarian, we shall leave off the reverenza at the end of the first repeat. Okay, where am I? Am I in the center? Okay. Right. Separating. Volta tonda. Ripresa right. 2, 3 from the top. Single. Single. Double. 2, 3. Double. Pivot. Ripresa left and right. Riverenza. Lonely circling. Separating. 2, 3. Double. 2, pivot. Ripresa left. 2, 3. Right. 2, 3. Semi-reunion. Step. 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 Volta tonda. 2, 1, 2, 3. 2 singles. Single, single, 1, 2, 3, volta tonda, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, and riverenza, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, what the? Yes, it was almost there. Yes. So everyone, we will be dancing this at my red and gold ball. It shall be happening, which is tomorrow evening at 9 of the clock, just as the darkness settles in. And also you'll have an opportunity to dance it at my enchanted picnic here on Sunday from 4 to 6 p.m. Are there any questions? It's here on Sunday. Yes, it is. It is. No. It is here. It is here. It is here. The only other place it might be would be on Runestone Park, and I'm thinking of just scheduling it for there next year because it really is the perfect venue for it, really.
I know you got rained out last year.
Well, no, it was you couldn't have it here either. Yeah. Like last year it was.
No, it was here.
Yeah, it was here. Yeah, it was a river flows over it.
Oh, I recall last year, a day when it was raining so hard.
That was it.
That I could not hear the musician. Elizabeth sitting,
No, that's the problem is
This for me.
this pavilion top is like a drum, right? It's a big giant percussion instrument. So if it's raining, you still can't have classes. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I mean, you can if it's light rain. You can't if it's.
Oh, yeah. Drizzle is fine, but if it's actually a downpour, give up. Just give up. Okay, are there any questions? Any questions? Okay, everyone. Well, I've got my Tesera class at 4 p.m. If you would like to participate in a dance that will imitate the weaving of brocade, I hope to see you all there. That's in 45 minutes, roughly. Otherwise, I will hope to see you tomorrow at one of my several classes before my red and gold ball, because apparently I need to teach lots and then run a ball. So, yeah.
That's really fun and very unique type of dance.
Yes, it is. It is absolutely a one-of-a-kind dance, literally. Yep. Okay, everyone. Thank you all again. Okay, everyone. Thank you for joining me. See you back here in 45 minutes.
This is a gap hour. Would have been a gap hour that you stole 15 minutes of.
Yeah, so it should be a gap hour.
Apparently floated away in the wind and is now an empty plastic